Yo, what's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Without further ado, let's find some bets, dude. Last day of the NBA regular season. A little bit painful to say. What's good, Alex? Yo, what's up, Bando? What's up, Alan Toledo? What up, guys? What's up, Trevor? How's everybody doing? So without further ado, let's kind of get into it. Let's see if we can find some good bets. Oh shit, dude. So, what book do we want to start out on? Let's see. Dude, PrizePicks has a promo too, so we definitely have to use this. Maybe we start out on PrizePicks. PrizePicks has a 20% profit boost on the NBA. Yo, we're going to try to do a 5-man. A little 5-man, go 5 for 5. That would be awesome. Let's go here. Let's go to PrizePicks. Let me know in the chat, though, what other sports books you guys want to look at. Again, I moved to Virginia. Dude, there are a ton of sports books. There are a shit ton of sports books in Virginia. But anyways, let's get in this PrizePicks play, if we're able to. Obviously, it's a weird day. A lot of starters aren't playing. But anyways, the first play I'm going to go with is Champagne, under 21.5 PRAs. This is pick number 1. PrizePicks, fixed payout, sportsbook. Take his over, take his under. You get the same payout. But let's see what we have here. And let's go here. And let's finish this slip. So here's the first play again. Champagne under. But we got to keep rolling. So let's see what else we can find. We have Max Christie under in points plus rebounds. Nope. Actually, it looks like that line got bumped. Let's see what we can do. So we have Kuminga under 13.5 points plus assists. Fuck you, PrizePicks. PrizePicks already bumped him. Is Jalen Green available? Again, obviously today's a very weird day in the NBA. Oh, baby. Just give me a sec. So I'm going to fade Draymond. Warriors game is important, right? Is the Warriors game the biggest game today? Let's smack another Rebet parlay. Yo, does Rebet have any promos? So anyways, I got 3 picks so far in this slip. All these NBA games, dude, they didn't save any games for tonight. They all start at 3:30. But again, the way that PrizePicks works is it's a fixed payout sportsbook. So we want to look at all these other sportsbooks as kind of a source of information. So you can see BetOnline is known to be a pretty sharp book. They have Champagne's under as a -151 favorite. On PrizePicks, we take his over or his under. You know, we're going to get the same payout regardless. But we got to finish this slip, okay? Nope, that's not what I wanted. So let's go here. And let's run our final pick is going to be Harden. I'm just going to run a 4-pick entry. So this is going to go from a 10x payout to a 12x payout. Yep, whatever. Let's get this locked in. If you wanted a play to pair, this is a 4-pick entry. Harden under in rebounds. I think we had that in a slip yesterday too. So here's the full play. Can somebody put the link in the chat? Tailed the Rebet parlay yesterday. Thanks, bro. No problem, Caesar. Yo, does anyone got a link for this? Can someone put the link in the chat? Nothing's been bumped, right? Champagne under. So that's for the Spurs game. We got some other random player props in there. And I'm going to submit it. And there we go. We got our first play in today. So this was PrizePicks. Sleeper promos. So PrizePicks link is in the chat. Thank you, Archer, for sharing it. So PrizePicks link is in the chat. Again, it was a 4-pick entry. So Champagne under. So again, it was a 4-pick entry. Champagne under 21.5 PRAs. Here's the rest of the picks. You know, again, I try to make sure every pick that I give out has good value. And you can see Champagne here. I mean, this play has a really strong edge. You could get it on better as well. All the sports books from Sleeper to BetUS, to Bet Online. Bet Online's known to be a pretty sharp book. All these books have Champagne's under heavily favored. And again, on PrizePicks, like they're going to give us the same payout if we take his over or his under. So we got it locked in. Let's go. PrizePicks slip, 20% payout boost. So again, this is what I ran. They usually give you a 10x payout, so that should go up to a 12x payout. But anyways, let's see what else we can do. I saw some people asking about the sleeper promos in the chat. Yo, are any of these games important? Which of these games are important? I know Warriors-Clippers is important for seeding. LeBron's not even playing tonight. I didn't see Luka's lines listed, so it must be irrelevant for the Lakers. Do any of these other games matter? But let's go over to Sleeper. I don't want to get distracted, and let's see what we can do on Sleeper. So, wow. So they have a lot of boosts. I've said this before. On Sleeper, these multiplier boosts, like this one on Ohtani, usually they're all shitty. So like a 2.85x payout means plus 185 odds. So they're basically giving you Ohtani home run at plus 185. I don't know why they put their odds in decimal format, but they do. 2.85x payout just means plus 185 odds. Obviously, that's not a good promo considering other sports books are offering Ohtani at plus 200 to go yard. So you definitely don't want to use plus 185 on Sleeper. So all these boosts are horrible. However, usually these discounts are pretty solid if we're able to get something in. So let's see what we have here. Oh, baby. So I'm going to run Freeland. So let's get in these sleeper discounts. I'm going to run Freeland with Bryce Sensabaugh. Under 2.5 assists. So where is this? So they have this listed as a 1.92x payout, betting 100 to profit 92. That's the same as minus 108 American odds. So anyways, I'm going to get Freeland locked in with Bryce. I want to move around to a bunch of different books. So I'm also going to pair the Curry play with it. Oh, shit, dude. They have a protected play as well. Y'all are killing me, man. So let's get in this protected play too. Again, these protected plays are obviously nice. If you lose, you get your money back. So let's see what we can do. So we have Gordon. Under 4.5 rebounds, 2.08x payout, just the same as plus 108 odds. Again, this has to be NBA. So let's see here. This is just a protected pick. So if we lose, we get our money back. So I'm just going to run it like this. This is protected. You lose, you get your money back. No better promos than that. Alex, how come I only get a 9.5x payout instead of 10x for a 4-man slip? Most likely, Nuggets versus Houston is an important game too. Nuggets, T-Wolves, and Golden State. Yo, who do the Timberwolves play? Alex, on Novig, is it weird that there were over $10,000 on player props one-sided? Crazy value, but they seem to have insider information. Yeah, I agree. I mean, sometimes on Novig, people will offer a lot of liquidity and try to take big positions. So especially if it's on like a niche player, I definitely think it's a little worrying. Yo, are there any promos on Rebet? Let's see what we got here. But definitely, I think it's important to consider the liquidity. So there's no promos. Yesterday, obviously, Rebet had a $50 promo, basically. You know, I don't know. And we ran this. After a few different iterations, we settled on this. But anyways, what did I want to check out, man? Okay, so FanDuel has a 30% profit boost on same-game parlays. There's a 50% profit boost token. What the fuck did I just do? Oh my god, dude. So there's a bunch of different promos. Okay. But yeah, I mean, whoever asked that question, fucky ugh, fussy ugh, in the Twitch chat, I definitely think it's information. I mean, if someone's offering like $50,000 on Draymond Green under an assist, usually it's like, okay, does this person, yeah, exactly, have any inside information or have an edge? But what was I talking about? What the fuck is going on? Oh boy. So let's see here. What is this? Dante DiVincenzo assists. So again, on ProfitX, this is a peer-to-peer betting exchange. So you're not betting against the house. You're betting against other people. But what was I going to say? Let's kind of check this out. So we have the Timberwolves game. DiVincenzo, his over 3.5 assists is being offered at -103. Let's see if I can get this in. So DiVincenzo's under 3.5 assists. I have no idea how much Rebet would give me. Rebet, you know, unfortunately, that's it's not hard, in my opinion, to make money sports betting. What's hard is just this. You're going to see Rebet's only giving me 44.33. You can wager 44.33 max. So that's kind of bullshit, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So like on ProfitX, you'll see, I just played this at +100 odds. I just took the free money. I just arbitrage bet this. Like ProfitX has his over. So how much did I get on Rebet again? They gave me 44.33. Kind of random number. But essentially, I just arbitrage bet this to make $2 risk-free profit. Obviously, that's not a ton of money. But also, this is just one bet. You can hit 10 of these, and then you made $20 risk-free. And Rebet obviously limited me to only giving me 44.33 max, which is a little annoying. But on ProfitX, OddsJam says DiVincenzo's over is -103. ProfitX says it's +100. So again, on these peer-to-peer betting exchanges, like on ProfitX, the way they make money, you'll never get limited. There's no limits, nothing like that. All ProfitX does is facilitate trading between other people, between sports bettors. It's peer-to-peer. So they just, the way, you know, ProfitX makes money, exchanges make money, is they take a commission. So we're not actually getting +100. You're getting 3 cents worse, -103, which is why OddsJam says -103. But anyways, I'll take the free money, whatever. But let's see what else we can do. What do we want to do? So what I did want to do, did DraftKings log me out? Come on, man. Let's go back into DraftKings. Nope, they didn't. So DraftKings has a promo today. Obviously, this isn't NBA related, but they have an MLB no sweat promo. Basically, what that means is, you know, if you lose your bet, you get your money back, which is pretty good. You lose your bet, you get your money back. So usually what I try to do is just find, you know, maybe a smidge of value. So for example, I don't really want to take, who is this? I don't really want to take Polanco +600 on DraftKings, considering there's other books offering +640. Maybe we run Dylan Moore. So again, this is a DraftKings promo. You just have to opt in. No sweat promo. So we bet on Dylan Moore to go yard. Are you kidding me? Are they not going to give me $5 fucking? That's a max for their promo. What are we doing, DraftKings? $5? Damn, they're only going to give me $255. Some crazy shit. Weird. I don't know. I've never been limited that hard, but I took Dylan Moore +1,000. Damn. So this promo, I mean, it's a no sweat promo. You know, you lose, you get your money back, but for some reason they said 5, but they only took 255. Again, DraftKings is a weird book. I've been using it for a while. It's definitely one of my best books in terms of profit. Most of the profit came from arbitrage betting, but however you make money, you know, at this point, I have some shitty ass limits, man. Rory is not made for the moment. Guarantee he stormed off again. Yo, is Rory blowing it? Yo, so what were the promos we had? We have a 50% profit boost for the Dodgers game on FanDuel. There's also a 3-leg boost builder parlay. For the MLB, there's also more value on PrizePicks. Dude, I kind of got to manage my time. Yo. Whew. Scotty Barnes, 20-plus points. Again, all these books like, you know, FanDuel, I mean, they're like the Cheesecake Factory. They got a lot of fucking lines up on FanDuel at any given time. Even just for one NBA game, like player points. I mean, there's just so much random stuff you can bet. But regardless, FanDuel's going to give me 77-16 on Scotty. I'm just going to lock this in as a straight bet. Scotty Barnes, 20-plus points, plus 162 on FanDuel. Average price in the market, plus 128. So, obviously, we want to be finding value, kind of sports betting 101. And, you know, this is crossed. It's arbitrage with Bet Online. So, I don't do any offshore betting on these live streams, but, like, sometimes I do like to camp on the ARB tool to find good bets. And obviously, like, if these books are crossed, now they got even more crossed. They're so out of sync that I can play Scotty's over on FanDuel, hedge, bet his under on Bet Online, and guarantee a profit. Like, whenever one side of the arbitrage opportunity always has to be a profitable bet, considering you could just bet both. I could play his over on FanDuel, go over to Bet Online, hedge, bet his under, and guarantee a little profit. So one of these two bets has to be profitable. Looking at the rest of the market, it's pretty clear the value's on the FanDuel side, so I ran Scotty Barnes, 20-plus points, plus 162. Sleeper Curry discount. I think we already ran it. Are there more sleeper discounts? Rory is choking as we speak. I think we already did the sleeper discount. What did I get in? What did I get in, man? Fuck you, Mackenzie Gore. So I paired Curry with Senspa. Under 2.5 assists. Under 2.5 assists. But again, like, one of these two bets has to be profitable. Isaiah Joe over 3.5 assists at plus 110 on Bet Online, or is under 3.5 assists at plus 108 on Rebet. Because I could bet $100 on his over and his under, and I'm either going to profit $8 or, you know, one bet will always win, one bet will always lose. If he goes over, I'll lose on Rebet. I'll profit 110 on, you know, Bet Online. But anyways, let's see what we can do. Better had Rory at 72.5, free under $10 max limit. Interesting. What do we want to do, man? Should we do another PrizePicks play? Should we do some Underdog? I mean, what the fuck do we want to do? Let's see. And then we have some FanDuel promos we got to look at as well. But we can try to do an Underdog slip. Again, I think they've removed Underdog streaks. Did anyone else get Underdog streaks removed? I no longer see streaks. So, I don't know. Underdog Live. We'll try to do some Underdog Live or any of these games. Again, when I'm live betting. Also, if you're on YouTube, can you do Hard Rock? Yo, what's up, Julian? If you're on YouTube, Twitch has a little bit less of a delay. Wolves are playing the Jazz. FanDuel or Underdog? Do some FanDuel in a sec. I'm limited on a book named Batano for $155. I think Batano's a Canadian sports book. Okay, so we got Underdog open. Anyways, what I was going to say is sometimes Underdog has really good live value. Again, I just look at stoppage. In my opinion, it's way too hard, like when these dudes are running up and down the court to try to get in a bet. So, but we're already in the, most of these games are, you know, kind of already ending. So I'm not even sure if they're going to have prop lines up. But let's do an Underdog slip. We don't have a ton of time. So let's see what we can do. Oh, shit. Bronny James? Over in points plus rebounds? Back in Bronny? Yo, do we like Bronny over? Again, LeBron's not playing. Nobody's playing. Where is he? And they locked him? What's going on here? It seems like they locked him. Where are you, Bronny? Come back. I don't know. Maybe they just removed his line. I don't know. Obviously, today's a weird day in the NBA. Ooh, but that's okay. Let's go here. Let's build a three-man on Underdog. So the first play I'm going to go with is a Valorant play. You can see all the other sports books. I mean, PrizePicks has Derek's line at 23.5. Underdog, 25. So this play is just right off, you know, this odds jam optimizer. I set minimum number of data points to 2. I want to see multiple points of confirming evidence. And again, like, I don't know. It's obviously the last day of the NBA season. I want to get some NBA bets in, but if there's good esports value, I'll take advantage of it. So anyways, let's keep moving. We have John Carlson to record a point. Shut the fuck up, dog. God damn. Anyways, we have John Carlson to record a point. Dude, shut up. And we got Norman Powell over in PRAs. So this would be a three-man NHL, NBA, Valorant. Most random slip of all time, but hey, this is where the value is. I don't bet with my gut. And again, you can see, like, you know, what's great about esports is there's just so many games and these books cannot manage their lines, and they already bumped Norman Powell. I hate you, bro. And they already bumped, dude, what are we doing? So they already bumped John Carlson too, man. People on this stream are front-running me. Front-running means you're placing the bet before I can get it locked in. Dude, this fucking dog, shut the fuck up. Let's go here. Anyways, what did we have? Okay, let's see. Let's see. So I got 2 picks so far. I need one more. Damn, dog is distracting me. What is the final pick that we want to go with? So this works. Esports play. Nah, maybe not. So I'm gonna go with another. CS2 play with value. I mean, I'm just trying to finish the slip at this point. So we have empathy. Bronny legacy game. Bronny over. Bronny legacy game. Bronny dropping 70. Alex, do you think Bronny has a legacy game? Did they bump this esports line? Fuck. Yo, has anyone been able to tail this, or is Underdog just useless? I hate you. I hate you, Underdog. So, let's see. Okay, last option. If this doesn't work, I'm moving on to another book. Underdog Live, we've had some success. They keep removing my picks I'm building, but it's still weird. I don't know, man. Anyways, we'll move on to another book. This is taking way too long, but this is what I'm running, a 3-man. Again, if you're on YouTube, Twitch has, if you were able to access Pinnacle, do you think you could beat them long term? Probably if I put my mind to it, I would be able to beat them. Anyways, 3-man on Underdog. 3 picks. Get that shit locked in. Oh, baby. Yo, so again. Whoa, 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 whoa. So again, whenever the market is crossed, right, here DraftKings, no vig, are so out of sync. So this is Ryan Rupert, over 11.5 points, same as 12 plus points. DraftKings is only going to limit me, you know, they're only going to give me 20 bucks and 82 cents, whatever. DraftKings is the only book offering plus money, crossed market with no vig. So you could just arbitrage bet this, make a little risk-free profit. One of the 2 bets has to be profitable. Either is over 11.5 points at plus 120 or is under 11.5 points at minus 115. It's a crossed market. So sometimes, long story short, I like to camp on this little tool. Yo, here we got another one. Mavericks, Grizzlies. Grizzlies at plus 121 or Mavs at minus 120. What do we like? Let's see. Let's put in Fliff. We got to do some of these FanDuel promos as well, but fuck. What is our favorite play? You guys like the Mavs tonight? Minus 120. Sleeper, 20% boost, by the way. Yo, so one of these, and again, we can check out the liquidity on Novig. Like, how much is someone betting? Trying to bet on the Grizzlies. Now it's actually down to plus 118. What do we think, boys? Do we like the Grizz or the Mavs? What do we think? Grizzlies or Mavs? Mavs plus 2.5 was nice EV and plus 1.5. Honestly, I am going to take the Cubs. Bro, after the Dodgers last night, I was on the Dodgers too. That did not work out. 16-0, Miguel Rojas just giving up fucking bombs, bro. Will they bounce back? I don't know. We'll see, but let's go here. And they already moved the Mavs to minus 125 anyways. So that's not going to work. But if we wanted to do a flip parlay, maybe like a little long shot parlay. Again, like a lot of these books run these alt spreads. Sometimes sometimes there's better value in the alts, you know, compared to the main lines. Whatever. So I'll run a long shot for tonight. Fliff has, they have a max parlay payout of 5K, which is why I was kind of like adjusting my stake. No AD for the Mavs, though. So regardless, this is the flip play I'm getting locked in. Fliff's offering the best price, the best value on both. Bronny James made threes. I don't know, man. Today's... What is going on in these games? What the fuck? Do we like Bronny? I mean, I can already see some of these crossed markets pulling up. Am I really going to bet on fucking Bronny? Are we really going to bet on Bronny? Let's see. So what is going on in this game? Dude, there are... So we have Bronny over 4.5 assists. Let's go to the Lakers game. Here we have a crossed market. You can get his over and his under at plus money. So let me remove this. And it looks like it's already gone on Novig. It looks like it already got, you know, again, even though these betting exchanges, they have no limits, you have to factor in the liquidity. So like at plus 100 on Bronny's under, there's only like $6 being offered, which obviously isn't a lot of money if you were trying to take a position. However, Bronny James over 14.5 points. So FanDuel's only going to give me $102. So this is Bronny James. I can't believe I'm betting on Bronny. Over 14.5 points, minus 102 on FanDuel. So I kind of have like two options here. I could just arbitrage bet it, guarantee a profit. Novig has the under at plus 105. So these two books are so out of sync, and there's plenty of liquidity available. There's over 2K. But I think I'm just going to let the over ride. I'll just let Bronny... Nope, that's not the play I just locked in. Bronny James over 14.5 points. I'm just going to run this at minus 102. I mean, granted, these are one-way markets, but like Bet Online has this minus 188. DraftKings minus 320. It's like, what is going on? The fuck is going on, dude? What the fuck is going on? So let's see here. Dude, these are some weird games today. Some weird games, man. Carrington walks it off for the Wizards. There we go. That's some good news. It's my team, man. So FanDuel's come crashing down on this Najee Marshall under already. I mean, again, it's kind of crazy how quick these books adjust. Here it looks like FanDuel's the side offering value. I mean, again, it's a crossed market. You could arbit. Seems like FanDuel's the side offering value, but I mean, this quickly crashed down to plus 130. So shit moved fast. Real fast. Bronny, 3 threes, plus 250 FanDuel. Pinnacle at minus 142. Anyways, dude, these lines are flying. This Najee Marshall line. Boom, down to plus 130. I don't know. So, oh shit. I'm going to run this on DraftKings. Again, lines are kind of flying around today. DraftKings is on some bullshit. They're only going to give me 11.49. But regardless, Bronny James over 4.5 assists, even better on Sleeper. But I mean, all the other books have this over as a much bigger favorite at like minus 140. It's crossed with Novig. So again, sometimes I like to just camp on this ARB tool. And, you know, sometimes when it's not clear which side is offering value, that's a good time to actually, like, arbit, just guarantee the risk-free profit. Whereas sometimes, you know, because one side of the ARB has to be plus EV, sometimes it's clear. So, like here, I kind of like this. You could get it on Bet365 as well. Zach Gallen, under 2.5 walks. Again, DraftKings on some bullshit. They're only going to give me 1880. But here, DraftKings is crossed with Novig. It's also crossed with ProfitX. ProfitX has the over at plus 165. So we know one of those two bets, one side of the market. But anyways. Oh shit, we got to do this FanDuel play. So again, FanDuel has some profit boost promos, NBA, MLB. They actually have a ton of shit. So again, we have a crossed market, FanDuel, ProfitX. One of these two bets has to be profitable. Bronny is him. Yo, someone's asking to see my flip play. Let's go here. This is the flip play. So here we have a crossed market. FanDuel and ProfitX are crossed. One of these two bets got to be profitable. And again, there's millions of odds available across sports books. You know, we're just trying to zone in on the few rare bets that actually have value. So there's a 50% profit boost on FanDuel for the Dodgers game. So this actually goes up to plus 780. So I'm going to run that to kind of start out. Again, we're now getting plus 780. So if you wanted to, you could just go over to ProfitX. Granted, FanDuel only gave me $10 max for the promo. I could go over to ProfitX, hedge, bet on, you know, Michael Conforto to not go yard at minus 490 and make $5 risk-free profit, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to let it ride. Yeah, I'm just going to let it ride. But here was the flip play again. Cubs, Pels. Cubs and Pels. Whew. Have we done the PrizePicks NBA boost yet? Yes, we have. I mean, I'm happy to do another PrizePicks play if that's what people want to do. But, like, I think this is solid, for example. Another solid bet on DraftKings. Again, DraftKings is a super soft book. Not high betting limits. But here, DraftKings only book offering plus money on Curry over 10.5 RAs, crossed with no vig, which has the under at plus money. You're not supposed to be able to get the over and the under both at plus money. One of those two bets has to be plus EV. But anyways, dude, what did we want to do? What I wanted to do is I wanted to finish this FanDuel boost. So FanDuel has a profit boost on the MLB. So that's nice. We'll also do some live betting once these next games start. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. So again, we're getting a profit boost. I don't even remember all the promos FanDuel had because I feel like they had a lot. But it had to be baseball only, so let's see what we got, okay? So we have Michael Conforto to hit a home run, plus 520. I already explained I think that play is very solid. But we need things to pair because on FanDuel, I believe... So I just filtered for baseball only. So the way this promo works is every leg you add, they give you even more money. So you're kind of incentivized to be a bigger and bigger degenerate. So let's see. What do we got? Oh, baby. So let's go here. Alex, do you think Bronny drops 30 points today? Let me know. Over, under 30. Dude, I don't think Bronny, I definitely don't think Bronny's dropping 30. Yo, is this game important? Nope. Well, considering Giannis and, well, I don't know. Maybe it is. Cade didn't play. Can't be that important. But anyways, what were we talking about? So, what was I checking? So we have this FanDuel promo. Again, every leg that you add in, they give you a bigger and bigger boost. It would be fun to have a pick on each game. So what I can do is, you know, sometimes what I'll do is obviously if we're picking picks, every pick is plus EV, we're going to be good to go. I mean, this is just pure degeneracy, but wait. Where did the Padres game go? Man, maybe we skip over the Padres game. So whatever. Again, it's only a max bet size promo of $10. But these things are fun. I think they're fun. Again, you know, we could have added more legs to get more of a boost, but, you know, why do that? Can you show the Dabble value, please? Sure. So let's check out Dabble. Someone was asking about Dabble. Does Dabble have any value? Dude, Dabble's kind of dead. Not much value right now. Mackenzie Weegar under 2.5 shots on goal, but I mean, not much going on. So here was the FanDuel play again. If you want to take a little screenshot, what did we have in the NBA, man? We got a NBA profit boost, and we have a 30% live profit boost. So here, like, FanDuel is an arbitrage bet to itself. I mean, don't put too much weight in this. 30% is a lot. Whatever you're betting with a 30% profit boost is almost certainly going to be plus EV because of the juice, the spread, sportsbooks charge is nowhere close to 35%. But anyways, so we obviously want to take advantage of that promo. And we'll do some more Underdog once these games go live, which is nice. Bronny RA on Underdog now is favoring under 7.5. Bronny RA on Underdog is now favoring under 7.5. PrizePicks has him at 9. Someone's saying there's some crazy line discrepancies on Bronny. Let's see. What is going on? So PrizePicks has Bronny's RA line at 9. Who's fucking up? Where does Underdog have him? Load. Let's see if we can load up Underdog. Why does this website never... Dude, what are we doing, man? I hate this website. Underdog Fantasy is like the one sportsbook I feel like I always have a hard time getting into. Oh, shit. Dude, these lines are all over the place. What is going on, dude? So I'm going to do some live betting on Underdog, especially once these games kind of kick off. We obviously gotten a lot of plays so far. Dude, so somebody's offering Lakers plus 5.5 on Novig. You can see there's a shit ton of liquidity. 36 grand being offered. It's kind of crazy. I mean, usually I don't get these exchange ARBs. I mean, here, ProfitX, whoa. This is just exchange on exchange, peer betting site on peer betting site. So ProfitX has Logan Gilbert at plus 180. Or they did. I took out the liquidity. Which basically means plus 175 odds once you factor in their 3% commission. So essentially you had a little arbitrage bet here between Novig and ProfitX, which are, again, two peer-to-peer betting exchanges, no betting limits, available in basically every state, Texas, whatever. So usually it's like sportsbook on exchange, but here it was just exchange. Anyways, let's see if we can do another PrizePicks play. I kind of like this Bronny over 4.5 assists, right? All the books have his over heavily favored, right? This is actually crossed with no vig. Maybe we'll have time to get in another PrizePicks play. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. So just if you haven't already used the boost, they're not going to start these games on time. They're not going to start these games on time. So again, all the books kind of have Bronny's. They have Bronny's over heavily favored. So I got 3 picks so far. Dude, there's no way you're not going to expire this in 20 minutes, man. Yeah, maybe they will. So I'm going to run Porter under 16.5 points. Dude, these games don't start at exactly 3:30. I don't know why they're... And then we have Peralta under 5.5 strikeouts. So they stay up. PrizePicks keeps the props up. That's what I thought I was going to say. And I'm just going to completely remove that. So we have Peralta under 5.5 Ks. Peralta under 5.5 Ks. They already bumped one of them. Blake Wesley under 9.5 points. So if you needed a PrizePicks play, if you haven't already used the promo, you could just remove Peralta. Bronny over an assist. Kawhi over in PRs. Porter under in points. Peralta... No! No! So they removed Kawhi if you still wanted to run it. What would I go with? Someone's asking, what would I go with if I could still run this? Great question. Maybe Mariners... Nathan Evalde under in fantasy score. What about something like this? 35 is a pretty high fantasy score line. Whoa. So we got 1, 2, 3. Bronny James over. Peralta under. Porter under. Blake Wesley under. Then we got Nathan under. Anyways, get it locked in. Obviously, I'm pushing it pretty close to the wire here. Pretty close to the wire here. We got to do some Underdog live slips. Can somebody put the link in the chat? Yo, if anybody tailed that PrizePicks play, can somebody please put the link in the chat? Thoughts on the Clippers-Warriors game? I don't have any straight bets. I don't think I have any straight bets on Clippers-Warriors. Hopefully it's exciting. Better. Alex, did you do Fliff or should I go back? We did do Fliff. Pelicans spread, and then we have Cubs money line. Here was the Fliff play if you were curious. Fliff Sportsbook. I mean, so here's another play like Kyle Freeland to record a walk. So sometimes what I like to do is check out how much liquidity is being offered. We know one of these two bets has to be profitable. Him to get a walk, to record a walk, or to not record a walk. Because again, I could bet both and guarantee a profit. But if I go to pitcher props, let's see how much liquidity is being offered. I mean, only like 16 bucks. So it would be different if it were like 16,000 and it's like, wow, somebody's trying to take a huge position on Kyle Freeland to get a walk at minus 242, and I can get minus 240 on DraftKings. Yo. So oh shit. No, in-game status. I want stoppage selected, not live. There we go. Anyways, do you take time off betting during the summer? Could you show the prize pick slip again? Yeah, I'm not sure if the picks are going to be up. Bronny James, over in assists. Porter, under in points. Peralta, under in Ks. Wesley, under in points. Nathan Eovaldi, under in fantasy score. Again, I can't. They don't give me an option to share a link. Otherwise, I would. If someone wants to put the prize picks link in the chat, you can. Again, I can't share links, so sorry about that. But anyways, see what we can do. So I've said this before. What are we doing, man? Come on. So what do we have open on Underdog? We got a couple picks. We'll be able to do some live slips. Blake Wesley, under in points. Again, I don't have a link. I don't have a link. Unfortunately. Blake Wesley, under in points. I'm trying to remember what else. Sheesh. So a lot of MLB games starting in like 30 minutes. So let's see what we can do. Remind me when some of these NBA games, man, we had 2 games go into OT. I'm sure we'll be able to find some crazy live bets once these NBA games kind of kick off. But anyways, let's see what we can do. Can you do the Underdog boost, please? What's the Underdog boost on? So let's see what we got here. Dude, Ohtani stolen base. Plus 390 on FanDuel. Look at this beauty. Right off the EV tool. Plus 390. Average price isn't even plus 300. I mean, dude, kind of beautiful. 60% boost on Underdog. I posted the link. Yo, thank you, Mojo505. Thank you, Mojo. PrizePicks link. PrizePicks link is in the chat. Anyways, let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can do. So, what are our favorite plays for tonight? So, Ohtani stolen base. Let's just kind of check out the value on FanDuel. Again, they have an MLB profit boost for the Dodgers game that you can put on anything. It's 50%. I already used it again on Conforto home run. 50% profit boost, so plus 520. So obviously, if you put it on Ohtani, you're getting plus 390. It's going to go up to plus 585. And then you could just Arbit, right? If you're getting Ohtani to steal a base at plus 585, you could Arbit. All these books have his under around minus 450. FanDuel's offering value to begin with. But anyways, But what was I talking about? What was I talking about? What was I talking about? So FanDuel always has some, beautiful value. It's probably one of the best sports books. I mean, again, at this point I'm limited, but they still have really good promos, kind of stuff like that. So what do we want to do? I want to do a prize pick slip. I want to do some live betting. So if you wanted a degenerate FanDuel play to run for tonight, 3-man. I'm trying to think what other promos do they have. So I'm going to run this one. Nope. Oh, they actually have a live betting promo. Why aren't they taking this bet? Why aren't we taking the bet, man? So FanDuel has a live betting promo for the NBA. Oh, man, dude. Probably if I could only use one sports book, this would definitely be a good one. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with this website? So they'll take 35 for whatever reason. Ohtani to steal a base. Just a little FanDuel parlay. I like shaking it up, doing a ton of different books. But what was I saying? Is FanDuel has a 30% live profit boost. ProfitX for real. Thank you, Mojo505. Thank you again for, posting the link. For sharing the link. Whew. Damn, man. A lot of bets open. Okay, so what did we have in the NBA? They have a 3-leg same game parlay plus. Oh shit. So obviously I'm going to have to move quick if I want to use this. And I don't even know. Let's see. Yeah, I can't even do same game parlays anymore. Or at least for this game, they're not taking a same game parlay. FanDuel's offering the best value on the Raptors. It's just saying some of your selections cannot be combined into a parlay. So maybe we won't do it. Let's try to do, I don't know. Should we try another prize pick slip or what? Oh shit, the games are starting. Oh boy. Do the underdog boost. So again, oh shit. 70% boost. Boost your Masters entry. So let's see if we can do this. I mean, again, 70% is a ton. Probably goes without saying, but a 70% boost is a lot. So even if you're... The issue is these payout shifts. This is what I'm going to run, 3-man. All of these golf picks are correlated. You can see without the boost, instead of giving you a 6x payout, which they usually do, you'd get a 4.82x payout. But 7.49x with a 70% boost, even just blindly selecting, I mean, the issue is these would be negatively correlated. You want to stack overs. But long story short, this is what I'm hitting for the Underdog promo. This is what I'm hitting for the Underdog promo. Do one lower. Yeah, so the thing is you could negatively correlate it, and then you're getting even juicier. right? This will go from 9.94x. Underdog adds in these payout shifts because taking golf players, taking overs together, positively correlated. Maybe we do negative, fuck it. I'm going to run all overs, whatever. It's only a $5 max bet size promo. Bape God asks, why blind select? Well, first of all, it's a $5 max bet size promo, so I'm not trying to spend 35 minutes researching it. But regardless, if all these picks are correlated to begin with, right, Underdog is setting these lines to be 50-50. So, and we're getting almost plus 700 odds, right? Which, if you're blindly selecting outcomes and you're getting plus 700 odds, if you flip a coin through, right, the probability a coin shows up 3 times in a row, heads, 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 would be 12.5%. So fair odds would be plus 700. And we're getting correlation. I don't know. Seems good enough for a $5 promo. Well, let's see what we can do. Someone's asking for the Underdog link. I don't think I can help you there. Underdog, again, they'll adjust things pretty fast. So this is going to be a good time. Dude, what a joke, man. The Thunder just destroy everybody. So we're at a timeout break. End of first quarter, timeout breaks. Like, these are great times. So FanDuel would give me 430 on this. Oh, shit. So we already have a juicy. Now I'm just curious, what is DraftKings going to limit me to? Oh, fuck, dude. DraftKings hit me with hard limits. They're only giving me 630 on this. Because I was going to say, you have a nice little ARB lined up. Third quarter money line. I'm just getting trash-ass betting limits. They took streaks away from me. I know, me too. I no longer have Underdog streaks. It's a little beat. Damn, I feel like I got limited a little harder on DraftKings. I didn't know that was possible. Let's see what they give me on Grizzlies money line. So even on the main line, they're only giving me 78.94. It's kind of bullshit. But again, whenever the market's crossed, like, one of these two bets has to be plus EV. The Grizzlies to win at plus 190, or the Mavs to win at, damn, they just moved it up to, well, they moved it up to plus 200. Now it's back down to plus 185, which seems solid. But anyways, let's see if we can get in some live Underdog. That would be fun. So what's going on in the T-Wolves game? Let's go back here. I try to only live bet, you know, at stoppages. I think it's really hard to do. Things just are fucking flying around. If you're trying to bet in the middle of the game. So we have Julius Randle under 4.5 assists. Okay, perfect. Game is still at stoppage. Again, it's Underdog will lock things. So you can see Bet Online, kind of the sharper books, they all have as under heavily favored. But what do we want to pair is the big question. So what I like to do is just kind of check out. So this is what I'm going to run. 3-pick entry again. Try to get it locked in quick because once the Timberwolves game restarts, the Julius Randle play will probably get bumped pretty quick. So $25 max bet size, 6x payout. At what point would you stop using a book from being limited? I mean, some books I don't use that much. Like BetMGM I don't use that much because of limits. I'll still try to use it live because I actually think live Usually I can get down something halfway decent. Here was the underdog play again. Now I'm fucking curious, man. Wow. Anyways, what was I going to say? So the Nuggets game is important. So we're at a timeout break right now. Whoa. Double OT, bro. Double OT. Anyways, I want to do some more live underdog, but what was I going to say? Now I'm just curious. Am I just fucked on DraftKings now? Let's see. Nuggets money line first quarter. Yeah, I mean, it's a good bet. 922. Again, DraftKings is usually the much softer book. So here, market is crossed. It would actually be a great arbitrage bet if DraftKings took like $100. I don't know. Maybe hopefully it's because today's the last day of the NBA. Usually on DraftKings main lines, I can get down like $100. Would have been able to arb this for something like $7. But regardless, one of these two bets has to be profitable. Markets crossed. It's pretty clear that the value's on the DraftKings side. Taking Suns first quarter money line plus 130, right? Arbitrage with FanDuel, bet 365s at minus 120. Like, it's pretty clear that's where the value is. Underdog is so stupid. Dude, this is bullshit. Anyways, so that definitely puts a rug in things. I was hoping DraftKings would give me a little better betting limits, but they're little fuckers. Hopefully it's just today, because I already thought I was pretty nuked on DraftKings. We'll do another underdog live play, I promise. Yo, so what's going on in this Grizzlies game? So we're at a timeout break in the Grizzlies game. Sleeper gallon discount. Did we not already use the sleeper discount? Let's see. Shit. Let me plug in my computer real quick. Oh, man. Underdog has a 20% payout boost, too. Obviously, we're going to have to use that. Oh, shit. Whew. So, let's see what we can do. I mean, ideally before some of these MLB games start. So, let's go over to Sleeper. We have Seth Brown, singles. So again, Underdog puts their odds in decimal format. I have no idea why, but they do. So here's what I'm running for the payout boost. So sleeper payout boost, you know, I think it's 20. No, it is 20%. I'm positive it's 20%. It's 20%. So that's what I hit for the sleeper discount. Now the Nuggets are storming back. Well, actually, I don't know if I'd say that. They tied the game. So what is going on here? I don't know, man. Let's see what we can do. I want to do some Underdog live. I want to do some... Ideally, be able to do some Underdog live. So we have the Clippers-Warriors game. And there goes Steph Curry. But what was I going to say is when I'm live betting, I only look or I should only have it selected. I try to only look at stoppage. Underdog, if the players are literally running up and down the court, in my opinion, it's way too hard to get this stuff locked in. So now we're at a timeout break in the Kings game. So this is a good time to look for some live bets. So we have Zach LaVine under 4.5 threes. FanDuel's offering plus money on his over. It's only a one-way market, but obviously his under's the more likely outcome if they're giving you his over at plus money. The under is the favored outcome. But anyways, let's see what else we got. Sheesh. So what we can do, please don't add a multiplier. So they haven't added a multiplier again. You just got to kind of move fast on Underdog Fantasy on some of these because, they're just going to bump things fast. So this is what I would run, 3-man on Underdog Fantasy. Early esports lines are starting to come out for tomorrow, so this is a 3-pick. Again, the Zach Gallen play is live, so try to move fast because sometimes they bump these lines fast. But you can see all the other sports books, FanDuel, whatever. Or sorry, not FanDuel. FanDuel doesn't do esports. PrizePicks, they all got this guy's line lower at 29. Underdog has him at 31.5. Pretty clear value on that. No. Picks are not available. Okay, so I guess they bumped everything. I don't know what to tell you. I guess they bumped everything. Sleeper Gallon discount. We just did that. Sleeper Gallon discount. Anyways, obviously a good time for live is timeout breaks. The end of the first quarter. So a lot of these games are going to hit the end of the first quarter. Dude, there are a lot of fucking NBA games going on right now. Sheesh. I'm just curious. Yeah, man, this is pretty brutal. Again, usually I don't get that bad of limits. Only $8 on DraftKings for a live betting line. I'm a little surprised. I can't lie. I'm not used to $8, but it sucks. Anyways, we got Bovada, Bodog. There's a ton of books, obviously. Obviously, I focus on books in Virginia because that's where I am. But let's see what we got here. Let's see if we can finish a play. So what's going on in the Nuggets game? Well, Nuggets first quarter money line, that's going to work out pretty well. But what I was going to say is, again, another good time to look for live bets. The first play, they bumped insanely fast. Three-man, I just replaced with Sengun, under 5.5 assists. You can see every sportsbook, every data point we have in the market, they all have his under heavily favored. Anyways, a lot of these NBA games, what did I want to do? Well, I do want to go get more coffee, but we got a lot of MLB games starting in a sec, too. Let's check out Better. Nope, Better's dry. Better's pretty dry. Maybe we got something on FanDuel. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, let's see what we can do. So, I thought FanDuel had an NBA live betting promo. Let's see. No, they don't, I guess. What did they have? So they have a golf profit boost. I mean, some random stuff. This hockey play looks great. Could run it as a straight bet. Right? We already played it in the parlay, but if you wanted to get it as a straight bet, it's still available, plus 255. I mean, you can see really sharp books like Pinnacle. Granted, they have a kind of wide market. They have, 78 cents of juice priced into their market. But still, their market's plus 187, minus 265. So fair, right? You remove the vig. All of these sports books make money. Draymond Green headed to the locker room. Draymond Green is headed to the locker room. That's good. We're on his under in fantasy score. Any rebet value? But regardless, on FanDuel, you remove the vig. Fair values plus 208. You're getting plus 205. Like, this definitely seems like a no-brainer after looking at Pinnacle's lines. But we already used it in that parlay. We need Champagne to chill. Let's see what we can do. So a lot of these games are starting here in a sec. I want to go refill my coffee in a sec. But let's think about this. Mookie Betts over 1.5 hits. That looks great at plus 230. Again, I like having on long shot parlays. You don't have to tail, but I think they're fun. We have some great value. I mean, again, like Mookie Betts over 1.5 hits. No other books even offering really above plus 200. You're getting plus 230 on FanDuel. That's ridiculous. You could run it as a straight bet. You can run it in a parlay. It's just a really good play. Really good play. Really fucking good play. We're already on the Cubs. First half run line seems to have a little bit of value, but what are the best picks there are? So like Connor McDavid over 1.5 points. Sometimes it's interesting to pull up the line movement chart. Sometimes it doesn't do anything, but let's see what we can do here. The sweat for tonight. Damn, they are, I don't know what is going on. I don't know if it's, they say my max betting limit is $47, but then if I try to bet $47, they're not taking it. You got to bet like, whatever, 25. It's crazy. It's crazy. But anyways, there's some FanDuel value. You could run it as straight bets, parlays. Again, they have some boots and stuff. Anyways, here's the first play. Or definitely not the first play. Here's the play. Yo, so let's check out this. Mavs first half money line. Crossed market live. You could arbit to guarantee a profit. And BetMGM already crashed it down to plus 375. So never mind. That moved way too fast. That moved way too fast. Anyways, I gotta pee, so give me a sec. And I want to get more coffee, but I'll be back. Where did he go? Yo, I'm right here. I love grapes. Anyways, now we got games at the end of the first quarter. So, like here, what is going on in the Lakers game? Let's see what we have. So the Trailblazers are minus 250 on the money line, and BetMGM already fucking moved it. So I'll show the value. You know, there should be some hopefully good underdog live bets coming up, right, with the first quarter ending. So the Wolves are up 6. I mean, here's a crossed market. You can get the Jazz and the T-Wolves at plus money on one side of the spread. Did BetMGM adjust their odds? They still have Timberwolves minus 13.5. This is live. I've said before, but BetMGM is a book. Pre-match, I can barely get down fucking anything. Not plus EV to get coffee right now. Well, sorry. Right, plus 115. No other books offering plus money. Yo, take the bet, dude. So they say they're going to take 120.55. Take the bet. Take the bet. This is Wolves first half spread on BetMGM. Again, if you're on YouTube, Jameson Battles has 6 3-pointers in the first quarter. So they take the bet, plus 115. No other book is even giving you plus money, right? A lot of these books have the Timberwolves favored to cover this. Pinnacle, pretty tight market live. Regardless, I ran it plus 115. Again, this is a book where pre-match, I really can't get down much of anything. But sometimes live, there's decent opportunity. But let's check out Underdog. Is there anything on Underdog Fantasy? Live. Oh, shit. I mean, FanDuel has some decent stuff live. But anyways, let's look at Underdog because some of these games are hitting the end of the first quarter. And the best play is probably Michael Porter Jr. Doesn't look like there's much else. Porter Jr. over 6.5 rebounds. That game's at the end of the first quarter. Again, Underdog, fixed payout sportsbook. Nothing really crazy right now. I thought there would be more shit last day of the NBA, but you can see checks out from a value perspective. All the books got MPJ. His overs heavily favored. Alex, anything good on Warriors game? Draymond Green is in the locker room. Curry has 2 early fouls. I don't really... Honestly, nah, did Underdog move that? Jamal, now some plays are coming up. Jamal Murray under 1.5 threes. You can kind of see basically every book. Bet online, sharp books have this under as like a minus 160 favorite. Jamal Murray under in threes. Kawhi Leonard under 2.5 assists. Bet online, Fliff, Sport Trade, which is Sport Trade's kind of like Novig. It's another peer-to-peer betting exchange. It's not legal in as many states, which is why I don't talk about it as much, but I think books are holding back a lot of lines today because of the wild lineups. I agree. I feel like I didn't see that much crazy stuff. How's our boy Bronny doing? So we're on Bronny, what? Over 4.5 assists and 15 plus points. And Bronny is 0 for 2 and 0 assists. That fucking blows. Yo, but anyways, what is going on here? So Lakers game is at a timeout break. Again, DraftKings today, it seems like especially I've just been getting some shit-ass limits. However, I can arb this. You know, just take the risk-free profit. FanDuel actually moved the odds up to plus 152. But again, BetMGM Live, I typically get 121.50. I don't know why. It seems to be my magic number. On pregame player props, I'll get like $3. But live, they'll give me 121.50. So, you know, Lakers plus 5.5, plus 152. Blazers minus 5.5, minus 140. The second the game ends, I'll be up $4. Maybe slightly different because I didn't have the bet sizes exactly correct, but I'll take it. Anyways, FanDuel, Fliff. Is there any late night value? Mookie Betts over 1.5 hits we already went through. I mean, Mookie Betts RBI seems solid as well. Again, you don't have to parlay fucking things. I can run this as a straight bet. Mookie Betts RBI plus 170. I mean, obviously it looks like pretty good value. No other book really offering above plus 145-ish. So if you take any of these books, their markets, you remove the VIG. So like DraftKings, for example, whatever, they have a 55-cent spread. Their market is plus 135, minus 190. So fair value, once you remove the VIG, would be about, you know, plus 153. Anyways, Underdog Live. You can kind of see a snapshot of the board here. DiVincenzo under 2.5 assists. Probably the best play live. Bet Online has that under as a massive favorite. Jimmy Butler to not make a 3. I don't know. There's some options. There are some options. So what's going on in this Red Sox game? Oh, it's just a mound visit. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. What was I going to say? Let's see. Mookie Betts, RBI plus 170. So if you haven't used the 50% boost token, FanDuel has a 50% boost token. Obviously, you could get him plus 170 times 1.5. You get him plus 255 to get an RBI. So there's some decent stuff. Fuck Draymond. Why are you back? What is Draymond up to? Yo, so we still have a lot of NHL. Okay, that's great. What's Draymond doing? Damn. Jimmy Butler's cooking. 10 points, 2 assists. Pod, 9 points, 3 rebounds. Sheesh. I think I definitely want the Clippers to win. I definitely want the Clippers to win. I mean, Mookie Betts RBI, you can see now, like FanDuel always has good value. They tick things around, so Mookie Betts RBI was solid. Plus 170, now it's obviously down a bit. Now it's obviously down a bit, but what was I going to say, man? What was I going to say? I don't see any player props. Obviously, all these NBA games started for today. There's still some hockey shit. And this line, they just bumped to plus 265. They had it at a much better price. Now they're bumping it. Now they are bumping it. So here's another cross market. End of the first quarter in the Warriors game. You can see Warriors and BetMGM bumped it. I mean, that's how quick sometimes these lines move. They had that shit minus 220. Boom, ripped it. Now it's minus 275. Clippers are not winning. Sorry, Young. Bronny just got 3 assists. He's diming right now. Yo, let's fucking go. So we had Bronny over 4.5 assists in our PrizePicks slip. I want him to score too, to be clear. I want him to, what do we have? I think I gave out 15 plus points. And what I really need is a fucking bet to sweat at the gym. I'm going to go to the gym, hopefully watch my fucking plays cash. Not our sleeper discounts. I apologize about Bryce Senspa. Trash ass play. I apologize. Trash ass play, and I apologize. Dude, FanDuel is always popping with value. Throw something together for the late nights. Again, it's mainly hockey. We only have one MLB game left tonight. We only got one MLB game left tonight. If a bet's profitable, it's going to be profitable as a straight, in a parlay, whatever. The bet's plus EV. But what was I going to say? Is there anything else on PrizePicks or something? If not, I may just call it a day and go to the gym already. It doesn't seem like... Yo. So what's going on in this Wolves game? We're out of timeout break. Perfect. Shit, dude. Timeout breaks again. So they reduced this line to plus 195. They just brought it down as it was in my fucking bet slip. But I still think plus 195 is solid. I mean, second quarter money line T-Wolves. And they take 71.09 on BetMGM. So again, this is crossed with FanDuel, Pinnacle, Bovada. One of these two bets has to be profitable. So again, I could just Arbit. If I wanted to, BetMGM gave me 71 bucks. I could just say, you know, I'll take the guaranteed profit. Or I can just let it ride. Because again, whenever the market's crossed, one of the two bets got to be profitable. Oh, shit. So now the game's restarting. So again, when I'm live betting, especially live arbitrage, I'm really just trying to focus on stoppage. So what's going on in the Thunder game? Dude, the Thunder, I mean, even they're up 20 points, and I'm pretty sure SGA is, are they playing any starters? I mean, this is crazy, dude. They're sitting everybody, and they're just destroying the Pelicans. Um, 0 points for Bronny. Well, hopefully he gets to it. Hopefully. Let's see what we can do. Maybe there's some PrizePick stuff. Dude, I got way too many tabs open. Oh, baby. So let's see what we can do on PrizePicks. Maybe there's something. Obviously, if it's completely dry, I won't force a bet. But sometimes there's good League of Legends value that kind of hits the board. So again, when you're betting on League of Legends... Where are you? when you're betting on League of Legends, so here is a crazy line discrepancy. PrizePicks has Zune's line at 7. Underdog, you know, even if you don't use Underdog, it's a data point. We know we obviously don't want to bet Zune over 7, considering you could get him over 6.5 on Underdog. But this other book, Hot Streak, that specializes in esports, they have him at fucking 4.5. You could middle this. You could take him over 4.5 here. Look at PrizePicks go. So you could take him over 4.5 here on Hot Streak in one slip. Then on PrizePicks, take him under 7. If you wanted to, and middle bet it. You could do that. You don't have to. But what was I going to say? Taking players on the same team, positively correlated. So these two plays would be positively correlated. The question is just like, how bad is the payout shift going to be on PrizePicks? Because, for example, like for a 5-pick flex play, they'll reduce because of the League of Legends correlation. You're pairing players on the same team to go under. They're going to bring it from a 10x to a 7x. However, for a 4-pick power play, it's actually not that bad. The payout shift is a lot less aggressive. So, long story short, I'm going to run a 4-pick power. So let's see. We got Talon under 15. I mean, dude, there's some crazy line discrepancies. Every other book. Like, you don't see this level of discrepancy in the NBA. PrizePicks has his line at 15. Underdog's at 13.5. It's kind of crazy. So this would be my 4-pick entry, PrizePicks slip, if someone wants to tail it. If anyone's tailing it, if you could put the link in the chat so other people can tail it easily. You're going to miss the Masters, Hunk. Stay in DoorDash, watch the Masters. I'll watch the Masters at the gym. It's a fun part. Yo, I'm trying to remember what we bet on at this point. We got a lot of shit open. We got a lot of shit open. So this would be a 4-pick entry on PrizePicks. Again, there's a slight payout shift, but that's strong correlation. And again, like Zune under 7, Hot Streak, a book that specializes in esports, 2.5 points lower, Underdogs lower, like, and we're getting positive correlation. Hard not to feel good about it. So now maybe the Pels are coming back. So let's go here. Is Alex showing his baseball bat? Yo, thank you, Panda Bear Me. Thanks for sharing the link. Fun Masters this year. We need Rory to choke. How do you get to the gym? I walk. NHL shot on goal. John Carlson. Anyways, man. So we can go to the Mavs game, and we're coming out of a timeout break. But again, one of these two bets has to be profitable. Either the over at -108, the under at +110. So sometimes I like to just camp on the ARB tool because you always know one side of the arbitrage opportunity, you know, has to be profitable. Yo, so we have no NBA tomorrow, but games start on Tuesday. Yo, how many games are we going to have on Tuesday? Does anyone know? How many games do we get on Tuesday? We got a lot. Oh, shit. I mean, hard to hate it. Plus 330 if you're trying to bet on the Dodgers, probably the best value in the market. Again, all these sports books have tens of thousands of lines up. Step one, gotta be finding, you know, gotta be getting the best possible price, getting actually good value in the market. Kind of step one of profitable sports betting. I mean, plus 330 obviously seems solid. I'm not going to play it. We're already on the Cubs. You could play it, though. Some weird markets, man. But anyways, let's see what we got. So we got that PrizePicks play selected. There's no more sleeper plays. DraftKings is barely letting me gamble today. Alex, Bronny has 0 points at the half. What are your thoughts? He has 0. We're already at halftime in the Lakers game. I mean, obviously that's not ideal because I got $100 on him to score 15 plus points. And he just scored. Fucking liar, bro. 99 static. Bronny's got points. He's got 2 now. But anyways. So, it's interesting to look at. I mean, like, FanDuel has this minus 111. Every other book has the over heavily favored. Like, when I started sports betting, I really liked, I mean, it helped me a lot to just think about it like a trader, right? Like, we're buying him. You're buying him at minus 111 to record a point. We're already on Cubs money line, but again, if you don't use Fliff, plus 250 looks solid on FanDuel. So first half run line after 5 innings, we need them to be up a point. Here, Evan Bouchard, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of options. Stars, Red Wings. That's not even till tomorrow, so no. But anyways, man, let's see what we got. So what's going on in the Clippers game? Clippers are down 8. We're at a timeout break. So again, here, we got a crossed market. DraftKings actually, I mean, damn. But again, I just don't think DraftKings is going to give me that much. Let's see. I got to log back in anyways. What is going on? So I'm just curious, what would DraftKings let me bet? Whoops. Would they take $3,000? How much are they taking? So again, kind of weird. Now they're taking 62.49. I don't know if it's specifically the games that don't matter, where BetMGM just isn't really taking a lot of money. So what's going on in this Grizzlies game? Well, that's coming out of timeout. Again, you really want to live bet at stoppage. Once things start coming out of timeout, they just start moving quick. Ovo Sound. John Carlson, over 1.5. Jeff Skinner. I don't know what he's talking about. But let's check out the Clippers game. So we're still at a timeout break. So again, you have this massive arbitrage opportunity, line discrepancy. Dude, so it's weird, man. On the Clippers, in this case, DraftKings would only give me $7.49. That would have been a great arb, but I'm not going to be able to play it. Um, so if we go back here, let's see what we got. So again, this is a fun one on FanDuel. It would be nice if they give me 120. They're not gonna. 3-man, you could run the FanDuel promo. You could run, you know, whatever, Cubs. So we got some hockey player props, Coleman, Sheffley. But I'm going to call it a day for now, I think. Just not a ton of value that I've been able to get in on DraftKings. I feel like these books aren't posting as many live lines today, which is a little bit annoying. Rip Kyron Lacey. What happened to Kyron Lacey? What do you mean rip? Oh my God. Dude, what? He was the one who hit that dude with the car. Holy moly. Dude, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy, dude. Horrible. Horrible. Alex, is Brawny showing his baseball bat tonight? It was eating him alive. Then they rejected him from the draft because he was... That's crazy. I mean, that's obviously horrible. Poor... Prayers for his family. Anyways. So now the T-Wolves game is at the half. Holy moly. So now we got games entering halftime. And what is going on in this Thunder game? Wiggins is at the free throw line. Okay. Dude, SGA is not needed. Yo, so what's going on in the Kings game? So the Kings game's now at the half. Whew. So... here's an interesting one as an example. I'm not going to bet it until I see how much DraftKings is actually going to take. Because it appears like DraftKings is a side with value. Timberwolves under 34.5 points live. Please give me something meaningful. Bullshit. So they're only going to give me 21.73. It seems like they're the side offering value, right? Third quarter team total. Again, some bullshit. They only took 21.73. But still, even with these smaller betting limits, why can't you confirm my location, dude? Even with these smaller betting limits, I mean, right, like, it would be ideal if I could throw $100 on each side. I get the under at plus 115. I get the over at plus 105. There's no way to lose if you throw equal money on both the over and the under. Any fliff? Is there any fliff? What did we have on fliff? We had Pels spread And we have the Cubs money line. Yo, so the Clippers are storming back. That's great. Any rebet value? Yo, I see you. You've been asking for a rebet for a while. Not really. But no, there's not really any rebet value available, if I'm being honest. Like, if I plug in rebet here, obviously as a sports bettor, you want to follow the hot girl at the bar. Yeah, right now, I mean, there's not really anything. There's not really anything. Not really much out there on Rebet. So what's going on in this Warriors game now? Thanks, Monahan. Are you gay? The young girl. I didn't mean to say young girl. I apologize. The hot girl at the bar. Yo, so what is going on in this Clippers game? So this game is not in stoppage. I was hoping there would be more good bets showing up at halftime, but did I miss any other promos for tonight? Get 3 profit boosts to use on live MLB bets. So let's see. Let's see if there's any value. Nothing really, I mean. Not much out there. Not much out there, that's for sure. At least on, okay. What is going on, dude? Anyways, I think I'm going to call it a day for now. Maybe not. Now I'm pissed at this point about, we'll see. We'll see how much does DraftKings let me bet on this over 229.5. So they'd give me 119. Still kind of annoying. I feel like usually I get better betting limits, but they take 120 on this over. Again, $2 I'm max limited on. However, I mean, DraftKings, I didn't realize, just made 265 risk-free profit. Hit the over 229.5 at minus 120. Hit the under. I saw DraftKings. DraftKings is the book that's been limiting me harder. So I saw they would only give me 120 max on the over. Plug that into the arbitrage or the hedge calculator. It tells me, bet 97.35 on FanDuel, which I do. And regardless of what happens, we're already at halftime. The second the game ends, I make, $100 in risk-free profit. Or sorry, $3 in risk-free profit. Definitely not $100. Anyways, man. I need the Clippers to cover on the first half spread. I'm pretty sure I gave that out on Twitter. Don't know if it's going to happen, but we'll see. What did I officially have in this Clippers game? Yeah, I need them to cover. Clippers plus 2.5 on the first half spread. That's what I need. Whew. So now the Raptors game, we're at the half. Whoa. So Raptors game is now at the half. Here, DraftKings appears to be the side offering value. Raptors under 28.5 points in the third quarter. So only book offering plus money, and they have this at plus 150, or sorry, plus 115. So here, I'm just firing off the DraftKings side, plus 115. They already ripped it down to minus 115, just to kind of show you how quick the odds move. You're really just day trading the inefficiencies on these books. Are there any other live bets we like? What do you guys want to... Anyone still here? I know I've just kind of been dicking around. Obviously, most of these games already started. Most of these games already started. I don't know, man. I'm going to call it a day for now. Appreciate everyone who joined.